What is up and welcome back to the channel, ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as give this review a thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed it. And feel free to leave me any comments or questions that you guys may have on this shoe we're going to unbox today. And as always, don't forget to hit that notification bell as we do have a ton of heat coming out this week that you will not want to miss. All right, so let's get into it. What did you guys guess this shoe was? All right, just picked up my win for today. This is pretty exciting. Today was my lucky day, like the shoes say, I guess. Can't wait to see what they look like. All right, was gonna show you guys another photo of me in a store, but unfortunately I walked right by it and the shelves are empty. That's okay, because guess what? There is a Sephora across the street. We're gonna check that out. After, of course, we have lunch, 'cause I'm starving. I'm so hungry. A little guacamole for that lucky green today. Love me some guacamole. If you guys haven't been to Los Tacos, I'm telling you, it's the best tacos in the city. So good. That's right. These are the Air Jordan 1 Lucky Greens. And I'm so excited to show the shoe to you guys because this is a color that I do not have in my collection in the Jordan 1 silhouette, and I am absolutely in love with this shoe all around. So for those of you who played for this, you do know that this was only in women's sizes. Sorry boys, sorry if you had larger feet, you were unable to cop this shoe this time around. But I always love when Jordan does decide to do women's releases because hey, us women need our shoes too. Other than that, we're going to go through the overview of the shoe, then we're going to get into the sizing on the shoe, followed by the styling, and then talk about how these shoes are doing on the resale market. So let's get into this overview. As far as the quality goes, I will say, you guys can probably see here, there's all these little bits and pieces all throughout the laces. That's because the leather is so fresh that it came off in pieces when I was lacing these shoes up. So definitely got some quality leather going on here, that's for sure. I think the theme as well with this shoe was that it was focused on progress, not perfection. So this definitely is a shoe where they wanted to kind of make it seem like it had some imperfections throughout it in certain areas. So as you can see on the eyelets, for instance, like those haven't been fully sewn all the way around, which we're used to seeing, and that in particular is probably the reason why that leather was coming off when I was lacing the shoe through the eyelets, as well as some of these unfinished areas here throughout the shoe, all the way around to the heel, some of that leather that's kind of fraying off. But if you actually grab parts of this leather, it is so soft. This is like some genuine quality leather. Not lying to you guys here. And we've got that tumbled leather that is so soft, and I love it because it's like broken in. It doesn't hurt my toes in that toe box area. It's so amazing. So if you're unfamiliar with the Lucky Green colorway, this was inspired by MJ's iconic 63-point game, and it was the playoff game in Boston in 1986, and that's when they killed the Celtics.
Jordan with 8 on the clock. Jordan ties the game. Oh, boy. 63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record. Oh, boy.
So you guys have seen The Last Dance. I feel like The Last Dance really portrayed that game so well. It was so inspiring. You hear Larry Bird basically talking about how Jordan was like a machine back in the day, but he killed it in that game. I mean, 63 points. That was so insane to see, you know, one human being who was able to just school all these different players on the Celtics team and score 63 points. I mean, my mind was blown when I got to rewatch that over again on The Last Dance. I mean, it just really shows you how much history goes into the Jordan silhouettes. And for those people who are not too familiar with the history on the shoes, I think it gives those more insight on, you know, what really makes these shoes so influential, and it has to do with the history of it. So I love that Nike has really gone in and incorporated the history of Jordan's, you know, background into these shoes, and you're definitely seeing that in the coloring scheme here. This is definitely the Boston Celtics coloring scheme with that green. They do have an Irishman as their mascot, so definitely seeing hints of green all over, and it's very fitting for that name that they chose. But that just kind of green leather is all throughout the shoe on all sides, including the heel, and it's tumbled as well. And you can just feel the quality of this leather. I mean, I've said this before, but depending on what Air Jordan 1 you may get, the leather always differs, and I'm not quite sure why that is, but this is definitely one of the highest quality leathers I've felt in a while on an Air Jordan 1. All right, I found two other options of laces that came with the Lucky Greens. You guys know how much I love having additional laces with my shoes. So we have this other kind of Lucky Green colorway, as well as a red option. And of course, the simple black option is there as well. So I'm definitely going to show you guys what these shoes look like with the green as well as the red laces. So you let me know in the comments which way you would lace them, as well as what color would you lace them with. To think that this is only Celtics inspired. I also seen hints of the Bulls red throughout the shoe, so we've got that on the heel here, as well as the wings on the side, as well as on that tongue there, and the Nike Air. Then we've got patent leather. It's very shiny for the swoosh, which is very cool. So that really actually pops and stands out on top of that white leather. Really pops. And it's on the medial and lateral side, as well as the wings are also in that patent leather, but it's the Bulls red coloring scheme there. And then when I'm looking at the midsole, it looks like they actually aged it to make it more of kind of a creamier colorway. I really love how they kind of dated it. It really brings the shoe together and really shows that this shoe has history to it. And then we've just got that simple black outsole. Now let's take a look at the insole. Wow. So this insole is really cool. It's got the Nike Air and it's outlined in a green colorway, but it actually looks exactly like the old Boston court. So the insole was actually inspired by the parquet floor of the Boston Celtics. And so it literally looks like the basketball court back in the day. It's pretty cool. All right, so now let's talk lastly about this little tag that we got here in that nice green coloring scheme. This is definitely some more quality leather, so I think I might actually just leave that tag on. It's got that templed green leather going on with the Nike Air on it. All right, so these came out in women's sizing, preschool, as well as toddler. So unfortunately for you guys out there, depending on what size foot you are, you probably weren't able to get this specific colorway. For those of you who are new to my channel, my sizing has been consistent with the Air Jordan 1 silhouette. I am typically a women's size 9 or a men's size 7.5. These definitely are true to size, so I would stick with your normal size if you're planning on still purchasing these. Again, I'm a size 9 and I do have quite narrow feet with high arches. So depending on whether or not you have flat feet or wide feet, this could alter what your sizing may be. All right, now let's get into the styling portion. I had so much fun styling these shoes just because of this great, vibrant, lucky green that we have dispersed throughout this silhouette. So for those of you who probably noticed one of my looks, or you're probably going to notice in one of my looks, it's actually from the first drop for the Fear of God Essentials line. I was able to cop a sage kind of green colorway in that tracksuit. And I just felt like it was a different green, but I wanted to give you guys a green comparison to really truly see these shoes pop. So you could see the altering greens that we have coming off of the Lucky Green shoe. And I just feel like, you know, this is a great shoe to rock with sweats of any kind, but I wanted to give you a different tone of green as opposed to a basic gray or black sweat.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la.
So that was the first look. The second look, I decided to go with a black hoodie that's actually attached to kind of a lacy skirt. So as you guys know, I love me some all black.
I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
And that just, of course, since it's all black, it definitely made this shoe the statement piece. And you know, I feel like any all black type of wardrobe that you're going to decide to wear with this shoe, you're going to be able to rock it no matter what, because black pretty much goes with everything. And because I decided to lace this with the black laces, I feel like it really just accented that look very well.
Like la
All right, and so for the final look, I basically tied it in with this shirt. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is my new Chinatown Market shirt that I was able to get a few weeks ago, and I love it so much. So for those of you who are Tom and Jerry fans, yes, this says Tom Ford. They like to kind of knock off brands, and I felt like this was one of the more humorous shirts I've ever seen from them. This has like some great just colors in it, not necessarily green except for the eyes on Tom, but yeah, I mean, the green just kind of worked with it and the colors just kind of worked with it. These are already colorful shoes, so I was like, I think this is gonna go great. And then I paired that with a leopard print skirt just because I wanted to give some texture and pattern to the shoe. And then I concluded that outfit with just a basic, nice kind of tannish coat. So let me know out of the 3 outfits what you guys enjoyed the most, as well as how would you style the Lucky Greens? Would you choose one of my outfits or would you do it differently? All right, so I want to just talk about the 3 outfits that I discussed and get into how they are really reminiscent of what we've seen on the runway currently. So we've definitely seen lots of tie-dye this year, which I still think is trending, as well as just logo tees are very big right now. And I think that is just a great addition to any type of wardrobe if you're looking to just kind of mix it up and add some fresh color to it. As well as the trench coat is definitely huge right now, especially that cargo trench in like tan colorways. It's a very subdued neutral color that I think is really trending right now, and we've seen that as well on the runway too. And of course, animal print still seems to be continuing on throughout the years, and I think it's definitely still going to move into this fall winter fashion trend and stay consistent with how it's been for the past few years. And as well as the Fear of God colorway, I think that sage is just a great trending color right now, and we're seeing it on the runway, on different people as far as like styling goes for this up and coming fall winter 2020. All right, so these shoes retailed at $170. Currently across the board, they're going around $250 to $300. I do like to tell people though that, you know, if they do decide to hold on to these Jordan 1s that are in the high version, definitely increase in value over time. These were actually more limited, I think, than most people thought. So I wasn't able to cop this online. I mean, these flew very quickly. So I think the bots won this time around. I was lucky enough to actually win an in-store raffle. And so like I always tell people, you know, you should always, always, always enter raffles. You just never know if you're gonna win.
It's a real crappy day out today. I already broke an umbrella. On my way to go sign up for a shoe, the Lucky Greens. See if we're lucky today, because I don't feel so lucky, I just feel soaked. But yeah, hopefully by the time we make it, it won't look like I just took a shower. Alright, going to my second store. The wind is really picking up. I can barely keep my hat on and my hood on. Hopefully nobody's going to these in-stores because it's pouring outside. We'll see. Could definitely be our lucky day. I'm gonna get hit by cars either. Hello, Washington State. I feel like
And this time, I guess I was lucky, right? Just like the shoe. So I was able to cop this through a raffle. I know that a lot of people did take L's though, unfortunately, on this. And I think a lot of it had to do with them thinking that they were just going to be releasing a larger quantity of the shoe. And as far as pricing goes, the larger shoes, of course, are going to be a bit more valuable in the resale market. And that's purely because of the limit on the amount of sizing in those larger sizes, since this basically only released in large sizes in the women's sizing category. So sorry guys, but I'm thankful because I was able to get my size. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in to this unboxing and review. Again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as give this video a thumbs up at the end, as thumbs ups go a long way. And I'm so appreciative of all of you in the Shade community who do support by giving me thumbs up at the end, as well as don't forget to leave any comments or questions about this shoe if you have any. And again, we've got some amazing heat coming out, so don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're alerted as soon as we have any new and up and coming videos. For my Supreme family out there, we've got a great one coming for you tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video.